Avengers, Doomsday official trailer, complete breakdown and Easter eggs. The official trailer for Avengers, Doomsday immediately establishes that this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe's biggest crossover event since Avengers: Endgame. Rather than focusing on one team, the trailer introduces multiple storylines at once: the return of Earth's mightiest heroes, the arrival of the Fantastic Four, the integration of the X-Men into the MCU, and the rise of Doctor Doom as the franchise's next major villain. Throughout the trailer, Marvel hints at a multiversal crisis that appears to be inspired by Jonathan Hickman's Time Runs Out comic storyline, where different universes begin colliding in catastrophic events known as incursions. The trailer opens with a haunting shot of the ruined Xavier School for gifted youngsters. The destruction of one of Marvel's most iconic locations immediately tells viewers that the danger is not limited to the main MCU timeline. Instead, entire universes are already falling apart before the Avengers even enter the conflict. This opening sequence sets a much darker tone than previous Avengers films and suggests that the X-Men have already been fighting a losing battle against an overwhelming force. The biggest reveal comes with the first full look at Doctor Doom, played by Robert Downey Jr. Unlike Tony Stark, Doom is introduced as a powerful monarch rather than a superhero. Wearing his classic green hood, metal mask, and standing inside a throne room filled with medieval architecture, Doom perfectly reflects his comic book origins as the ruler of Latveria. His brief dialogue suggests that his motivations may be driven by more than simple conquest, hinting that personal loss and a desire to reshape reality could be central to his character. Marvel intentionally presents him as calm, intelligent, and completely in control, making him feel more dangerous than any villain introduced since Thanos. Another major moment is the long-awaited meeting between the Fantastic Four and the Avengers. The trailer features both the Baxter Building and Avengers Tower, confirming that Marvel's first family has officially become part of the wider MCU. Reed Richards appears to take on a leadership role as he investigates the multiversal crisis, while his complicated history with Doctor Doom immediately becomes one of the film's central conflicts. Fans of the comics know that Reed and Doom share one of Marvel's greatest rivalries, built on years of scientific competition, personal hatred, and philosophical differences. Several scenes throughout the trailer show heroes unexpectedly fighting one another instead of focusing on Doom. Gambit clashes with Shang-Chi, while Mystique disguises herself as Yelena Belova, creating confusion among the heroes. Another sequence even shows Yelena apparently fighting her own duplicate. These moments strongly suggest that shape-shifting, multiversal variants, and deception will play major roles in the story. Much like classic Marvel comic events, the trailer implies that the greatest danger may not only be the villain but also the inability of the heroes to know who they can trust. One of the trailer's most jaw-dropping sequences features Thor attacking Doctor Doom with Stormbreaker. Instead of struggling, Doom effortlessly catches the weapon with a single hand, immediately demonstrating that his power surpasses almost anything audiences have seen in the MCU. Unlike Thanos, who relied heavily on the Infinity Stones, Doom appears capable of overwhelming the Avengers through his own intelligence, mystical abilities, and raw power. This scene instantly establishes him as a threat worthy of leading the next Avengers saga. The emotional highlight of the trailer comes when Thor unexpectedly encounters Steve Rogers. Shocked, Thor quietly says, "It's not possible," before Steve summons Mjolnir once again. The scene mirrors the unforgettable moment from Avengers: Endgame while also suggesting that this version of Steve Rogers may come from another universe. His return serves as both an emotional callback for longtime fans and an important clue that multiple realities are beginning to merge together. Loki also makes a brief but significant appearance. After the events of Loki Season 2, he now exists outside normal time as the god of stories, holding the multiverse together. The trailer hints that Doom's actions may threaten the very structure Loki now protects. Although his screen time is limited, Loki's role appears to be one of the most important in understanding the larger multiversal conflict that will eventually lead into Avengers: Secret Wars. Another exciting aspect of the trailer is the full introduction of the X-Men into the MCU. Characters such as Professor X, Magneto, Cyclops, Gambit, and Mystique all make appearances, confirming that Marvel is finally bringing together heroes who previously existed in separate film franchises. Their inclusion dramatically increases the scale of the story and fulfills years of fan anticipation following Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox. The central theme running throughout the trailer is the concept of incursions, catastrophic events in which entire universes collide and destroy one another. Multiple scenes show shattered realities, collapsing landscapes, and characters from different timelines fighting side by side. These visual clues strongly indicate that Marvel is adapting elements of the Time Runs Out comic storyline before ultimately transitioning into Avengers: Secret Wars. Rather than simply saving Earth, the heroes now face the challenge of preventing the complete destruction of the multiverse itself. The trailer is also packed with subtle Easter eggs. Dr. Doom's medieval castle reflects his comic book kingdom of Latveria, while the destroyed X-Mansion hints that the mutant universe may already have fallen before the story begins. Mystique impersonating Yelena serves as a clever reference to the character's long history of infiltration and deception in the comics. Thor's emotional reaction suggests he has already suffered tremendous losses before the events shown in the trailer, and Steve Rogers wielding Mjolnir once again acts as a direct visual callback to Endgame, now carrying even greater multiversal significance. Based on everything shown, the trailer strongly suggests that Dr. Doom is either causing or exploiting the incursions in an attempt to reshape reality according to his own vision. Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four will likely become essential because of Doom's personal connection to Reed, while Loki may ultimately serve as the only being capable of stabilizing the collapsing multiverse. The Avengers, X-Men, Wakandans, and Fantastic Four appear destined to unite for one final battle against Doom, though the film will probably end by setting up the even larger events of Avengers: Secret Wars rather than resolving the conflict completely. Overall, the Avengers: Doomsday trailer succeeds in introducing Dr. Doom as the MCU's next legendary villain while bringing together nearly every major Marvel franchise under one story. It balances nostalgia, action, mystery, and comic book references without revealing too much of the plot, leaving fans with countless theories about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.